Your only competition should be you. You could be comparing yourself so much to someone else that you really could put that fucking person on a pedestal. And it just messes up your whole vibe. Peace and balance. What's up, little stars? Welcome back to She Sound Off, where we heal your spirit, practice self-transformation, learn to live in our highest consciousness, in the highest version of ourselves. As we continue on this healing series and our chakra series, tonight I am focusing on the third eye. I got the blue on, and I want you to take note of these earrings because, baby, like, if you know, you know. So we are opening up our third eye. We are just becoming aware. The third eye is about opening up your eyes, opening up not what you see with these two eyes, but opening yourself up to everything that's around you, everything you see and everything that you don't see. Okay. And most importantly, being aware and looking at yourself. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Your journey is not theirs. Their journey is not yours. Your walk is not theirs, and vice versa. And I know that this is a challenging thing to do, especially when you're on a journey of self-fulfillment, when you're in your awakening, when you're trying to just step into your light, step into your shit and shine. I know how hard it is not to compare yourself to other people when you don't have the confidence that you desire, and you're in this space where you're learning yourself, okay? Because you got to think about this. This is a whole new person that you're awakening. This is a person who you don't even know yourself. When I started my awakening, I had to meet myself, and now I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm actually still meeting myself and becoming acquainted with who Mystique Moon really is. I still don't know her in its fullest because there are so much like that I need to learn about myself, because every season is different. Every time you learn something new, you transform yourself. Every time you elevate, that is a whole new you that's opening up. And you need to learn who that person is. And the more that you research yourself and the more that you learn who you are, the more that you're able to just, become that authentic person. So when I started my awakening, I started to learn that I enjoyed things that I never knew I did. I start to hone into my gift of doing exactly what I'm doing now. And motivational speaking, teaching, healing, and I didn't know what to do with her. I didn't know where that was coming from. And while the first practice for me was to always tap into my higher self, when it was time for me to actually walk in that authenticity, sometimes I was in the dark. Because I went from being this girl from the hood, I was a whole different person. I walked different. The clothes, the hair, the just even the way I act was so different. And so that person was who I was used to being all my adulthood, even, as a child. But as a child, I think that we are more authentic and we actually walk in our authenticity. As a child, the world, the environment manipulates and changes us as we're, from children to coming into adulthood. And so we attach on to the things that we see in our environment. And my environment was the hood, baby. I saw hood shit growing up. And so my instinct was to become that. And I compared myself in that light to the people that was around me. I needed to act like them. I needed to walk like them, talk like them. And that whole time, that shit was uncomfortable to me because I was never walking in my true authentic self. I was never becoming this woman who I am in this moment. And so as I began my awakening, I was extremely uncomfortable. And so for me, because I didn't know what to expect and I wasn't solely relying on my source to guide me, I was looking at other people along their journey and I was comparing myself. And not only that, the most, you have to be really careful as you're on this journey and you're looking at other people, because you begin to adapt their behavior, to adapt their beliefs, and you begin to think that their journey is yours. And that does two things, y'all. That takes away from all the beautiful lessons and the beautiful insights that is for specifically you, only designed for you. You're taken away from that. Because while you're trying to compare yourself and walk to the beat of their drum, you missing your own beat. And that beat consistently transforms you into the amazing, authentic, better version of you. But sometimes you can miss that beat because you're focused on them. You want to be like them. And the other thing is, you might fuck around and walk yourself into something that wasn't meant for you. It was meant for them, but because you're trying to be in there, like, you know, you're so busy comparing yourself to them, you find yourself transforming into them, and you find yourself in some shit that they would get into, something that you would have never gotten into. So you have to be really careful with that. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't have the confidence to be Mystique Moon. So I borrowed somebody else's. And it led me to a brick wall. It led me to a place where I couldn't go any further. And that caused the block. I'm like, damn, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Why can't I excel? Why ain't I moving past this place? Why am I consistently being stagnant? Because my journey was different. But because I was so focused on trying to be like someone else, I was walking in their journey, and that comes to a dead end, y'all. It comes to a dead end. So what I've learned in this journey, and what I've learned as far as just, you know, becoming the authentic me. Yeah, I'm flexing my earrings. But what I'm learning is the most beautiful awareness that you can have is to only compare yourself to the old version of you. Like who I was in my last season, the mistakes that I made, the way that I was, all the low vibrational attributes of that old version of me. I'm going to compare myself to her. What I like to do, y'all, is read my old journal entries. And reading my old journal entries helped me to understand how much growth that I've had. It helps me to really, really look at myself. Damn, I was in a dark place when I wrote this. No, I'm not. What can I do better? What place was I in that moment? And let me learn from this. And not only that, let me give myself my flowers for even getting from that point to this point. Your only competition should be you. Now, when you do look at people who are doing better, or I don't even say better, who are in a space where you inspire to be in, but still on your path and on your journey, because that's bomb. Like, you always want to surround yourself with people who are already winning and successful in the things or in the field that you desire. It's okay to do that. Be very mindful of how you're looking at that person. You could be putting that person, you could be comparing yourself so much to someone else that you really could put that fucking person on a pedestal. And it just messes up your whole vibe. It messes up your whole journey. And you can find yourself like taking steps backward only because you're comparing yourself to someone who was only meant to be an inspiration. If you really think about it, because we are designed, like because our source specifically designed our journey and our walk on right here while we're in this flesh, and our spirit is taking control of this flesh and not the other way around. We get that confused too. Like sometimes we think that we are like flesh in the spirit. No, we are a spirit. We are operating and moving in spirit. But we're controlling this flesh. And that's why it's been challenging for me to I have to, every time my mindset goes left, I have to remember that fact. But you have to be very, very, very careful with how you're allowing other people to take up space into your life and how you're viewing them and looking at them. I want you to ask yourself, do I look at this person as an inspiration? Do they inspire me to be better? Or do I look at this person and say, damn, I want to do it this way. I want to be like them. You should never want to be like anybody else. You should never want to be like anybody else. And if you find yourself, and I know it's challenging as you're on this journey, because it's a little bit more like, okay, I like the way this person move. I like the way they talk. I like the way they walk. I like the way they present themselves. I like the way that they're making money. I like the way that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see their whole swag. You see their whole lifestyle. And it's really easy to say, I want to be like them. But words are spells. You should never be like anyone. Let me find out what moves me and drives me. Let me find out my own beat, because they are moving at their own beat. So let me find my own beat. I like the way that they dress. I like the way that they wear their hair. That's cute to me. So let me use that as an inspiration and really tap into me and do what makes me feel good. And it's stages, y'all. We really think that we're going to accomplish this thing called life literally in the next few weeks. No, it's all about the flow, and it's all about the journey. It's all about how things are coming. It's all about you waking up different moments in your life, and you know, as you're going along, right? So stop comparing yourself to other people. So you have to be real careful, and you have to open up your third eye, and you have to be aware of who the fuck you are. And sometimes it takes time over and time over and time over and time over. It takes for you to learn again and again and again, and try it again and again and again. Maybe it takes for you to dip your hand in something here and say, ooh, that ain't me. That vibrated with me. Here's another thing. You see someone doing something and you be like, that inspires me. Let me try that. And then you find out that ain't for me. That's cool. That's cool. But there's a fine line when you do that. What I would suggest is you use an affirmation and call spirit to divinely awaken your authenticity. Spirit, divinely awaken my authenticity. I have a passion in my gut to heal people. What does that look like for me? What does that feel like for me? What direction should I go? And then you flow in that direction. And if you see something on YouTube or you see something on a video and you say, damn, that resonated with me, then you go back to spirit, because you shouldn't be doing nothing without consultation of spirit in the first place. You should always consult with your spirit team before you make any moves. I'm learning that. But you go back to your spirit and you say, oh, this resonated with me. Spirit, guide me in this moment. I saw something that my vibrations were vibrating. And what do I do next? Show me, and it'll come to you. You will literally attract things that resonates with your specific journey and spirit. It will resonate with you. But you have to open up that third eye so you can be aware when it's happening. Okay? So I hope that resonated with somebody. I would say call to attract things and ideas and flows that resonates with your authentic self. And then the more you start dwelling in certain things that resonates with you, the more you become your authentic self. It doesn't happen overnight. I still find myself looking at people and being like, ooh. And then I have to take a step back like, oh, okay, that resonated with me. I love that concept. Spirit, what does that mean for me? What does it mean for me? Because this person's video inspired me. What part of it inspired me and why? And how can I use that as an inspiration to help tap into something, whatever part of that resonated with me? Okay? That's how you do that there. That's how you stop comparing yourself to other people. Give yourself grace and give yourself time to gradually grow into that authentic person in which your spirit is sitting dormant, waiting on you to become. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Make sure you subscribe to She Sound Off. And don't forget that self-preservation is the first law of nature. Love yourself before you love anything, anybody else in this world. And also remember to lead with your heart chakra, and everything else will soon follow. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Stay blessed. Stay well.